Focus in on Jesus. I want us to look a little bit in Luke chapter 4. Luke tells us the story of Jesus going to Nazareth for the first time to begin his ministry and to do ministry there in Nazareth where he grew up. He goes into the synagogue and he is handed a scroll to read. And he reads from it, and this, where he is reading, says this: "The Spirit of the Lord is on me, because he has anointed me to proclaim the good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners, and recovery of sight for the blind, and to set the oppressed free, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor." Then he rolls up the scroll. He gives it back to the attendant. He sits down and everybody is focused on him. And he begins to teach by saying, "Today this scripture is fulfilled in your hearing." Fulfilling a prophecy that had been given some 700 years before Christ's birth. And now he says this prophecy is fulfilled in your hearing, that he came to proclaim good news to the poor, for freedom for prisoners, for recovery of sight for the blind, to set the oppressed free, and to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor. As I was thinking about this beginning of his ministry, he begins it. This is shared in Nazareth again, where he grew up. He'll go on to say, "A prophet is not without honor except in his own hometown." And the people of Nazareth will kind of turn on him. One of the things that struck me, a couple of things I want us to think about. One, as you think about what Christ came to do, to set captives free, to set the oppressed free, freedom for prisoners, sight for the blind, to proclaim the good news to the poor. I wonder, do you today fit somewhere in that area, in one of those things? Are you a captive, a prisoner to something? Are you oppressed? Do you need freedom? Is there something in your life that you go, boy, I just can't see how to move or how to do something? Are you empty and poor in some area of life that you need good news spoken into it? I'd encourage you to go to him today. Jesus says, "Today this is fulfilled in your hearing." The second thing that I wonder is, for some of us who have been believers for a long time, that have known Jesus for a long time, are we ever kind of his hometown now? That we hear the message and we go, yeah, he's a good guy, but no, I don't think so. I used to think maybe, but not now. I know him. One of the issues seems to be that they go, oh, isn't this Joseph's son? He's just a carpenter. How are you looking at Jesus? Well, that's a couple of things that I thought about today as I was looking at this scripture, and I hope you have a